So let's shift over and talk about consistency. We said earlier the key to losing weight is a calorie deficit. So what about people who are fasting or consuming extremely low amounts of calories per day?
So, the funny thing about the concept of fasting, they like to reduce their calories in a single day, or I know some people that have gone an entire day without eating as a way to reduce their calories. The issue is that usually the next day or the next couple days, they go on a binge. So I personally have seen people fast for a day and then go to all you can eat the next day. So they're not consistent on a daily basis of having a reduced calorie intake.
So if you did, earlier we used the example of like 2,000 calories. So if you did 2,000 calories times a week, you're at, what's the math on that?
14,000.
14,000 calories. So if you weren't looking at the day specifically, but you were looking at the week, you're still exceeding your 14,000 calories for the week as well.
Exactly.
So it doesn't matter that you didn't eat yesterday or that you ate 1,000 calories yesterday or 500 calories.
Yes. Or sometimes you'll see a lot of people will be very consistent Monday through Friday, even below what their goal for the week is. Their daily. I messed that one up. Okay, so
You were saying or
so people will be very consistent 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. And then Friday night comes, they go out to the bars, they go drinking, they have that, guilt-free food at the end of the night. And then Saturday comes around, they go to brunch, they get mimosas, they drink. This is what I used to do, for sure. And I would consume majority of my calories Friday night to, Sunday night. And then I would go back to a very strict diet Monday through Friday, and I would never see results. And it was the most frustrating kind of cycle.
Yeah, that would be frustrating. And that's kind of what I said earlier about people like trying to examine, so why aren't you losing weight? And it's a frustrating cycle too, because you're putting in so much work and determination throughout the week, the 5 days, but then you get to the weekend and then you're making up for it.
Yeah, you don't want to cook anymore. You worked all week. It's definitely, consistency is really, really the key to losing weight there.
And I know one of your earlier episodes of the nutrition, we talked about like eating healthier options at restaurants, or you were staying in a hotel at that time. That's probably a good topic to look at for the future too, is kind of going to restaurants. What are some healthier options if you're looking at reducing the amount of calories you had? That calorie app tracker, the MyPlate that I talked about earlier, has a lot of restaurant appetizers and entrees on there that you could track too. Sometimes just cutting, if you receive your plate, cut it in half and save the rest to take home, reduce the amount of food that you're eating.
It's funny you say that, because when I really started being honest with myself about how much calories I was taking in, I would still go to restaurants, but I immediately would cut my food in half and ask for a to-go box immediately before we'd even started eating, and I would put half of it in a to-go box, and that way I knew what my portion was to eat at that meal.
Oh, that's a good strategy. Okay, so in your opinion, are there any diets that are better than others?
No, I don't think so. I think really, honestly, the thing about diets is that you have to be consistent and really stick to what you said earlier. We need to stick to a calorie deficit in all your foods. Whatever diet you want to do, you can do as long as you're in a deficit. Honestly, I would say you could eat anything you want as long as you're sticking to your plan.
Okay. And also, I think we talked about this earlier off camera, but the idea that diets are kind of like fads, or they come in and out of popularity, and you talked about yo-yo diets. And we talked about really making lifestyle change and small things in your life that are healthier, that you can kind of build as a habit, rather than, oh, I need to lose weight now, so I'm going to have to do X, Y, Z.
Yeah, I think once you start looking at food as a source of nutrition that is feeding your life, feeding your muscles, feeding your body, instead of like a punishment for yourself. Like, I'm eating these vegetables because my body needs vegetables. My body needs vegetables in order to work, right? In order to work out, to get what I want out of life. So it's kind of like a mind shift of, I'm punishing myself by having a salad, or I'm rewarding myself with having all of this wonderful food. I actually found that when I was eating a calorie deficit diet, I was actually eating more food because I was eating more nutritious food as well.
Because ironically, the nutritious, more unrefined food, right, that's more in its natural state, has less calories.
Yes, and I was constantly eating when I finally kind of figured that out.
Yeah. I think too, like when we talk about diets, is finding the balance in everything, to not go to the extremes of anything. Because when you go to extremes, it's hard to maintain that. So finding small things that you can bring into your life and make them part of your habit, but not going to the huge, okay, we got to empty out our whole fridge, we got to empty out the freezer, we got to get rid of everything, and now we're going all organic, and we're vegan, or we're whatever it may be, we're doing Atkins. But making small steps that are going to make your life better. So if you drink a 12-pack a day, then setting a goal for yourself to reduce that, or finding a less calorie, fewer calorie option that you could do, or if you don't drink water, those are about building habits. So I think that's the best thing when you look at a diet, is really creating a healthier lifestyle, not a diet.
I think what a lot of people have struggles with as well with dieting is they honestly don't give the diet enough time. And the same goes for exercising. People will start exercising, start eating healthy, and in 3 weeks they haven't lost weight, or they haven't seen results, and they get really frustrated, and then they stop. Versus really, you should be doing a program almost 3 months before you really see those really defined goals being met, essentially.
Well, and then with the exercise program too, you're not going to get those results if you don't change your eating habits either.
Yes,
if you increase your eating habits, then you're just going to find that you're working out, you're kind of hitting a wall.
Yes.
A lot of people, going to be even more frustrating.
Yes. A lot of people think that they can outrun their fork, meaning if they work out, then they can eat whatever they want. But, working out, you're maybe going to burn 200, 300. If you run for an hour, maybe close to 400 or 500. But honestly, you're not going to, that's one slice of pizza, maybe 2 slices of pizza.
Yeah,
but you probably eat half of a pizza.
Yeah, so it's not going to add up, and people don't necessarily realize that. The last question I have to you is kind of what has been most effective for you in tackling weight loss?
I think I finally had to be honest with myself about what I was actually consuming. And that goes for drinks as well, coffees in the morning. And then just kind of having a different mindset of I'm not punishing myself by going on a diet. I am figuring out ways to feed my body, to figure out what can I give my body to make my body stronger. And then I found a lot of foods I really enjoyed eating, and I hate those a lot because I enjoyed them. I didn't eat anything that I didn't like to eat. I hear a lot of people say, they hate eating salads. So you don't have to eat a salad. You don't have to eat a salad every meal in order to lose weight. So just finding the healthy alternatives for foods that I like and being able to consistently cook them for myself, actually bring my lunch to work every day, and then trusting the process. I think I told myself 3 months. I want to see this result in 3 months. And that goes back to your video and episode on SMART goals. Once you have a SMART goal, you have a measurable, achievable goal. I think you can definitely achieve it.
Because you know which steps to take, and you kind of have milestones that you're looking at.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, well, those are great. We'll put links in the comment section for the apps. I provided some examples earlier about different search engines that you can use to find calorie counters. You can also use an old-fashioned journal. So just start tracking that if you do find yourself in a cycle of I'm trying to lose weight, but I'm not seeing the results. I'm yo-yo dieting, or I start an exercise program, but I get frustrated. Try maybe keeping a journal of what you're eating daily, and that'll give you a good picture of what's really going on. All right, so there you have it, the secret to losing weight. It's not a secret, actually, you found out, right? But the secret is to consume less calories than your body burns, okay? I hope you enjoyed this episode. Like and follow our page, Iron Lab Training. See you next time.